Hey guys, it's yet another exciting series, another exciting information time for you to get information about the SDG scholarship in Japan. Remember, we are talking about a very interesting scholarship for those who want to study in Japan. If you want to know more about the application process, please stay tuned. Thank you very much for hitting on subscribe. Please share this video, comment, and if you have any worries, we are always here to help you. So today we will be running you through the application form and showing you other documents that you need in order to complete this application and get you an opportunity to study in Japan in any university of your choice. So I'm going to share the list with you, and I'm going to share the application process. So without wasting much time, let's go nitty gritty. This is the application form right here for the 2022 fiscal year. So this is it, and I'll just rush you very quickly through it. I'm gonna drop this in the description box and you can have it. So it's always good to read very carefully depending on what kind of program you want to carry out. So there's two courses, there's two programs. So once you have this this form, which of course you will get from the JICA office in your home country, just push on this one on SDGs, and you leave this blank because this is for the JICA people. You need a photocopy which is 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters and which is not over 6 months old. So you want to put in your name here, Chris Mike. So you want to put in your name here, Chris Jones. If you have other names, you can put them here, you see. So you can put this one here, male. You can put in your birthday, your nationality. Yeah, so if you do not put in the right information, it bounces back. So you must make sure you check on this button and you put here. You want to put in the day, say 23, month is the first month, and you also want to push on the month and get it right there. All right, so you must be very careful, and then you want to push on the year here. For instance, this is just an example. So nationality, I come from Manila of let me say the Philippines. All right, and my country of residence is I currently live in France. You can put that, and what city in France, you can put Lille de France, something like that. You can put your primary telephone number, so you want to put that in uppercase. All right, and then you can put the province, you can put the telephone and your email. All right, and your passport, you want to say, do you have a passport or not? Yes, no. Okay, and then if there's any contact emergency person, of course this is obligatory, you have to put it. Let me see, I put James Blake. The relationship is let's say he's a brother, sister, or it's a cousin, whatever. All right, you can choose it, and then you can put province and country, where they live, your name. All right, for this is if you want a second one. So this is just inputting 1 or 2 is okay, but generally they want you to put both of them, so you can put in the 2 of them. And then you have to come here. So please read carefully declaration of desire for university placement. So you are declaring that you want help with placing you into university. So all applicants are required to specify this requirement. All right, and I'm going to share with you the list of this requirement, so of graduate school. So this is a list of universities here. So literally you can choose the name of the university, and those schools all have codes, so you have to input this code on this first A column at one point in time, your application. And these are the graduate schools where they study, and these are the courses that they actually offer right here. So yeah, on this column you can literally see that here, right here, right? You can see that here. So that is very, very important. So let's come back to the application form. So you want to put the priority courses, the one that you want to do first. What you do is you get the code here, column A right here, okay, right here. You can get the name of the code, and then the name of the university and the name of the graduate school, and probably this. And then you can literally input that into your application form right here. It's important. And then you move on to your educational background. You want to put information about your primary education, your lower secondary, your upper secondary, your high school information. This is very important. All right, and you can put for initial university, undergraduate if you're undergraduate. This is very important. Okay, and then you move on with language proficiency test. If you've done it, you can input your language proficiency test right here if you have any certificates or not. So you can do that. And then name of the scholarship that you're applying for. Have you been awarded a scholarship for studies abroad? If there's any other scholarship you've had before, you have to put it there. And then you should say if you're currently applying for any other scholarships. And then you, if you're participating in any training courses that have been organized by JICA, you have to put it here. I think these are just to know your past experiences with JICA. It doesn't really impact if you have had any prior experience or not. It doesn't really matter, so you shouldn't be worried if you don't have any. And then next one, you want to input the name of your local organization right here, the department where you're working, your position. All of this is important. And then what you actually do there. If you're an employee, you put, if you're a student, of course you will write the name of your school here. So these are for those who are being presented by an organization or are being nominated by a certain organization. So please take time and go through and read correctly, and then make sure you check these boxes accordingly to your situation. All right, so you must really make sure you take the time to have the correct information. This is very, very important so that there's no errors in your application form. And then confirmation of the nomination by the applicant's person organization. So you have to take this to your official organization for them to put their official seal here and sign an email so that those people can be contacted in terms with position and telephone. So please, you have to make sure that your boss or someone really responsible, head of department, can, who can justify these signs for you. It's pretty easy. It's not complicated. You want to input your work experience here. If you've been working in some kind of organization, what department and what positions you hold, and for how long did you work there, and you want to say if it was a full-time or a part-time. All of that is quite important. And then you want to say if you have any medical conditions that are of interest. If there's any disease you might want to put there. And for the women, if you're pregnant, you have to let your admission board or the JICA know this, because this is important, since your condition is precarious and you need some kind of follow-up. If there's any allergies, because some people might be traveling out of their home countries for the first time, or having specific Asian food or say Japanese food for the first time, so they might develop some allergies. So if there's any known allergies like to nuts, fish, or whatever, please, you have to make mention of it. There is quite important. And if there's any other illnesses that you've had in the past, you have to declare it. And then you make sure that you just read all of this in just to know, and make sure that you cross-check and see that your names are correctly input here, because it does it automatically. And Jones Crest Kingston. And then you have to check on that you agree on all of this. And then you have to enter your name here, sign, put the date here. Is it okay? And then this is the checklist. Please, you have to make sure you see if your full name and everything is okay. Then you check. You have to check yes or no. All right. So you say yes, and you check, because JICA on this part is also going to cross check to see, and then they will check as well. So this checklist is very important. You have to follow that out. That's, you check this before you print it, and after you've printed, you have to make sure that all the pages are available. So please, after printing, make sure you go through this to see if your organization stamp is there, because normally you should print before you give to your organization to put your official seal, like that. For those applying from different countries, it just depends. All right, and then you must check out all this information and make sure all of them are okay. And then before you submit, make sure that all documents are attached, and then you say yes here, and then that will be it. So basically that is the application form, and you have this code, this university list. I'm gonna leave this in the description box, and you can literally get all this information, and that is how easy it is for you to get this application. And it doesn't last long. Once you're done with it, you will forward it, and then it's gonna follow this same procedure as I told you. So next up, I'm gonna give you some information about the program outline. Let me just rush you a little bit through expenses that are borne by us, the applicant, and those that are borne by JICA: tuition fee, entrance fee, and the course fees per semester, and living allowance, airfare, this is the actual cost, and outfit allowance. You are usually being given a certain amount for your outfit allowance, and moving allowance. All right, so just depending on what the course may be. So, but all these other requirements on this list will not be covered by JICA, such as your passport renewals and issuance, if there's any taxes and fees. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned, click on subscribe, share this video, like it, and we will see you in the next series. Thank you very much.